Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. I just want to show you this fast video of how I make my roasted plantain in the oven. So all I need for this meal is ripe plantain, crushed or grinded red pepper, palm oil, and salt. So let's get in the kitchen and make this happen. Okay, here I'm going to show you how I cut and season my roasted plantain. I always season my plantain. So I'm just taking it out, peeling it first. You can also roast it with the skin. Some people do that, but for me, I like to roast it without the skin. I have to take out the skin first. Okay, I've taken out the skin of the plantain and I'm gently just slicing. I'm not, giving it a tiny, very thin cut, not deep. Don't let it be deep, just a little bit cut, not deep cut, please. And I'll do that to all the plantain so that when I season it, the seasoning can go into the plantain when it's roasting. That's why I'm doing this. Just a little cut, not too much, nothing deep. And you do that to all the plantain. Putting all the cuts on the plantain, you season with salt. Don't put too much salt. This is just how I do mine. And it has always come out nice for me. My children love this actually. They like to eat it. So I'm making this because they asked me for it today. So not too much salt, like I said. So I'm rubbing some salt and I'm going to, with this you have to be careful because you're actually going to be touching pepper. So, but you have to wash your hands after. So I'm going to put some pepper on it. Guys, you don't know how this tastes. When you try it, you will love it. Don't put too much pepper, just a little. Just rub it on it like this. Sprinkle it on it. And then use your hand to rub it over. And you do the same thing to all the plantain. Sometimes I rub it over with palm oil, vegetable oil, but very, very little. But today I don't feel like doing that. Sometimes I just put the vegetable over it, just a little bit, and then bake it after. Roast it. Well, it's still baking because we're using the oven, so we don't have any fire. So I'll put my hand in my pepper. I don't want to dirty my hand, so don't want to put pepper all over the place. So I'll take some more pepper and you sprinkle it all over. Sprinkle it all over. Okay, now after the plantain has been, massaged and rubbed with salt and pepper, I'm going to place it in my preheated oven. Just place it in the rack like that, on the rack. Oops. I have that foil paper under because I don't like the plantain to spill juice all over my oven. So when I'm doing this, maybe roasting corn or roasting plantain, I put some foil paper at the bottom. So whatever juice drops from it goes directly on the foil paper instead of going on the oven floor. So that's why I did that. So I lay them side by side like this, and my oven is preheated already, and I close the oven and just give it some time to bake. Let's say 20-30 minutes. Okay guys, I'm trying to check on the plantain. Woo-wee! Can you see the plantain is ready? My plantain is ready. So this has been in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. And it's really, really ready now. And I'm going to serve it and show you how we eat it. Okay guys, I'm going to make the oil for the plantain. So I have this pot on the stove and I'm putting some oil. You can actually eat it with any sauce of your choice, but I like serving it in red oil, just like it's done in the village. So I put the oil in the pot and I'm not really going to bleach this oil. We don't need to bleach it, just want to make it a little bit hot. That's all to it. So when the oil gets hot, I will turn off the stove because I don't want to bleach it. And then I'm going to add my grounded pepper. You can put as much as you want. I love a lot of pepper in it. This is your grounded pepper. And now I'm going to salt it. I'm going to put some salt in it. I'm using the small spoon so that I'm not going to put too much salt. So my salt is almost out. Have to get another pack out. So this is all the salt I need for this. I wouldn't advise you to use Maggi cube. You know, this is local delicacy, so you don't really need Maggi in it. This is all it is. You put your grounded pepper. Sometimes I use fresh grounded pepper. Sometimes I use this dry pepper, and sometimes I use onions, but today I don't feel like using onions. So this is how the sauce is made for the roasted plantain. And I'm just going to pour it on like this. You just pour it on your roasted plantain. Pour it generously, as much as you want. And normally I just leave it for like 5 minutes to really soak in, for the oil to soak in before I start eating. So that's how I make my roasted plantain. I hope you enjoyed this, and see you in my next video.